I know. What happened to you? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Appropriately caffeinated. Feel good about
Yes,
it. So
that's the
pretty
important
jacked,
fact.
you know. Okay.
That's what I think you should do. Drive by. I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats and silence your cell phones. The ceremony will begin momentarily. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2022 Kramer Sabres Battalion ROTC commissioning ceremony. Please rise for the playing of the national anthem. Please be seated. I am Major Marsh, and I will be your narrator for today's ceremony. Firstly, I would like to recognize our distinguished guests with us here today. The University of Rhode Island President Mark Parlange, Major General Christopher Callahan, Dean Jen Riley, Colonel Retired John Petrella, Colonel Retired Kim Mitchell, Colonel Retired Tom Heaney. The Reserve Officer Training Corps, or ROTC, is a program that prepares young adults to become active duty, reserve, and National Guard officers in the United States military. Cadets strive to not only uphold but push past rigorous standards of discipline and duty. Prior to commissioning as officers, it is necessary to remember the Cadet Creed. Cadet Cartier, please come forward and state the Cadet Creed. Cadet Cartier is a freshman and an MS1 cadet here at the University of Rhode Island. He is currently pursuing a bachelor's degree in criminal justice.
Cadet Creed. I am an Army cadet. Soon I will take an oath to become an Army officer, committed to defending the values that make this nation great. Honor is my touchstone. I understand mission first and people always. I am the past, the spirit of those warriors who have made the final sacrifice. I am the present, the scholar and apprentice soldier, enhancing my skills in the science of warfare and the art of leadership. But above all, I am the future warrior leader of the United States Army. May God give you compassion and judgment to lead, gallantry and battle to win. I will do my duty.
Thank you, Cadet Cartier. Now I would like to introduce the President of URI, Mark Parlange.
Congratulations, class of 2022. I just want to say, first of all, how proud of you I am and how proud I know all family and friends are to celebrate with you. Your road to commencement has been unconventional, but through determination, agility, resilience, and hope, you have transformed roadblocks into stepping stones. I am certain that you are not just well-equipped for whatever lies ahead, but you are poised to succeed. You have done great things at URI, but your journey is just beginning. Wherever you go, I hope you bring a piece of the university along. I encourage you to lean on the connections you have made and the networks you have built. Leverage the degree you have so richly earned, and stay engaged with the university and you will reap the rewards for years to come. Great ocean explorer Jacques Cousteau said, "The future is in the hands of those who explore." Your future is bright, with an open road on the horizon. I can't wait to see where it takes you. Congratulations again, and go Rhody.
President Parlange, if you could remain on the stage. The Kramer Sabres Battalion would like to present you with a certificate of appreciation for your support of our program. Ladies and gentlemen, the Professor of Military Science, Lieutenant Colonel Tad Granai.
Got to catch my breath after trying to catch the president there as he was going on. President Parlange, Major General Callahan, Dean Riley, Colonel Petrella, Colonel Mitchell, Colonel Babcock, Colonel Heaney, distinguished guests, cadets, very soon to be second lieutenants, cadre members, friends, and family of those about to commission. Welcome from the entire Sabre Battalion, which includes the University of Rhode Island, Salve Regina University, and Roger Williams University, as we celebrate the tremendous achievements of these fine young cadets as they take their final and critical step, last step, on the road to commissioning as a United States Army officer. My name is Lieutenant Colonel Tad Granai. I'm the Professor of Military Science at University of Rhode Island and the head of the Army ROTC Kramer's Sabre Battalion. On behalf of Colonel Candace Daffin, Command Sergeant Major Jason Kaywood, and the entire U.S. Army Cadet Command team, I want to take this opportunity to congratulate you all and to tell you how honored I am to briefly speak with you at this tremendous occasion. First and foremost, I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the families in the audience and to thank you all for the love and support you have provided to your loved one. It is absolutely safe to say that without it, they would never have become the leader that they are today. So please, let's give a round of applause to our families. Today is definitely not about me. It ain't about the cadre either. To the contrary, it is all about you soon-to-be second lieutenants and your amazing families. As you join a brotherhood of men and women who are and have been revered throughout history, respected around the world and feared by our nation's enemies. You are now joining the ranks of the finest warriors this world has ever seen. You join a society of heroes whose valor and patriotism are forever memorialized in our hearts. It is through their sacrifice that America stands today as the symbol of freedom and a beacon of hope for those who only know tyranny and suppression. This particular class has gone through much more than the average college student or college graduate, or even previous cadets. First, this class had to deal with the challenges associated with COVID-19. For these particular commissionees, the COVID shutdown came right in the middle of their sophomore year and carried over into their junior year, which is a key developmental time for any cadet. More recently, they've trained in some of the most unpleasant conditions, from snow, sleet, frigid temperatures, wind on Cape Cod, to high winds, cold temperatures, hail, rain, and thunderstorms all in the same day at Fort Devens, Massachusetts, just a couple weeks ago, to countless early mornings of physical fitness training, among so many challenging events. This class passed all tests and well beyond anyone's expectations. How about another big round of applause for this year's commissionees? As you know, we live in volatile and uncertain times. Our forces and our allies remain engaged around the world as we have been for the last 20 or so years, and new threats continue to present themselves each and every day. Your service and your leadership are needed now more than ever. In a matter of months, many of you may be deploying into harm's way to continue to take the fight to our enemies. When that day comes, remember your training. Remember what you learned here. Look to your NCOs and have trust in your soldiers. Also know that supporting you every step of the way is your country, its citizens, our families, and the spirit of those past generations of soldiers that will always have your back. After all of that, enjoy yourselves. These are the days you will remember for the rest of your life. Whether you know it or not, you are actually in the early stages of your quote-unquote good old days. Embrace it. There isn't a senior officer around, to include myself, who isn't envious of the journey you have ahead of you. Remember, as the world watches, so does the next generation of young warriors who sit anxiously awaiting for their turn to lead and protect our great nation. And finally, before I introduce today's guest speaker, soon-to-be second lieutenants, always remember to let your natural humility remind you of the rare honor and privilege you are bestowed as being a U.S. Army officer. There is none greater. Congratulations. Today we are honored to have as our guest speaker Major General Chris Callahan. Major General Callahan assumed his duties as the Adjutant General of Rhode Island on 5 August 2015. He also serves as the Commanding General of the Rhode Island National Guard. He is responsible for the mission readiness of all Rhode Island Army and Air National Guard units for both federal and state missions. General Callahan has served in a variety of command and staff positions during his career as an aviation officer. He was commissioned through the early commissioning program into the United States Army National Guard in May of 1984. He is a graduate of Fitchburg State College and the U.S. Army War College. In 2005, General Callahan commanded Task Force Dragon Wing Aviation Battalion in Balad, Iraq, in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom. Later that year, that same unit was selected as the Army National Guard Unit of the Year. Please join me in welcoming Major General Callahan.
what happened to me was, talking to the folks in my unit, they're like, yeah, you need to go downstairs, and you need to go see the supply sergeant, and I shoot downstairs, and I check in with the supply sergeant, she says to me, hey, sir, you have your ID with you? And I go, sure do. I pull out my ID, military ID. Hey, sir, this is expired. Can't work with this. You need to give it to me. And she said, no, I know it's you. You have a real ID. We issue you real quick. And I'm like, so I back upstairs and we're trying to find, this is now 30 years, this is lamination, right? For those of you that age, we're laminating things now. We're not, your credit card was weird. Remember all this? So, it's a process. It's a process to get a new ID. This is like the IBM, clickety, click, the form, the thing, the scissors. So I come back and I'm able to get it done the same day. Come back a couple hours later, back to the supply sergeant, and I said, here I am. I'm ready for you to give me my equipment so I can install. And she said, do you have your, I think it's VA 14886, I think it was, like, you have your clothing for them. I don't. They told me that you have it down here. There was no, you will have it down here when you bring it down here. I go, okay, I got you. So I shoot back upstairs, and I go, hey, I need a VA 14886, and I need to get my supply stuff. And I shoot back downstairs, because now the clock's ticking, it's almost the end of the day. And I'm back downstairs, and I said, hey, here's my 4886. And she says, hey, sir, nothing personal here. This form's obsolete. So if you know Army forms at all, they say right at the bottom, they'll tell you when it's expired, and if it was the form after a certain date, it's good. If it was before, it was obsolete. Back upstairs, right? So, and I'm, now the clock's ticking, I'm trying to get my equipment. We're supposed to be going away actually the next 24 hours or so up to our annual training in New Brunswick, Gagetown, Canada. And I come back downstairs and I finally have the form, I get it filled out, I get my equipment, and it all works well. So there's a point there, I'll pause for a second, but we're going to circle back to that in a second, in terms of this. Fast forward a couple weeks, we're up in the woods of Gagetown, Canada. We're flying around. For a young person like me, new to this whole business, it's unbelievable. Really, really special time. And I'm a new Army officer, and I'm trying to kind of bond with people. And I'm not a type A personality by trade. I'm a B-plus kind of guy, and so it's trying to feel everyone out. But I think I know what the Army wants me to do. So I had a moment with my platoon sergeant, a gentleman by the name of Sergeant First Class at the time, Fred Rouse. And Sergeant Rouse is a very seasoned veteran. At the time, again, going back 35 years, and I want you to not take away any bad habits. Everybody smoked for 35 years ago in the Army, pretty much. And Sergeant Rouse knows that. So having a moment, and I'm trying to bond with him, because now part of this relationship, right, is I'm an officer, but he has all the knowledge. And I need to bond with him. And so he said, sir, how's the training going? I'm like, it's great. This is unbelievable. And I said, never thought I'd have this opportunity. And he's like, well, how's your onboarding going? Did you get everything you need? You're pretty quick, everything worked out. I go, well, yeah. Everything was great, except, I really had a challenge with the supply sergeant. She was just, real jerk, and he said, sir, I've heard she give you a stickler, but you should know that's my wife. So that is the story of listening. And I guess from a perspective of communication, what I would share with you is be yourself. So instead of being a humble person and simply asking Staff Sergeant Rouse, hey, what exactly, could you help me? I didn't ask for help. I just kept, hitting my head against the wall when I certainly could have been much more communicative and been myself. Because that's the kind of person I am. I would normally, I am thankfully, for better or worse, not the person who's going to stay lost for long. I will ask you for directions, but that's going to happen in my world. And I could throw in the added curveball of, you shouldn't open up your mouth unless you know the whole story, because there's a personal relationship between these two people that obviously have very significant impact in my life. So what I would share with you is, please make sure that you start your role from a position of listening. Listen first. It's the most inexpensive way to learn. And if you open your mouth like I did, you're going to empty your bank account too quick. It's not what you're looking for. Listening first. Second part of communication is sometimes words that are unsaid. I look back at that moment and I say to myself, she probably was trying to tell me something. Like maybe you should get the whole thing together before you keep running back up and down the stairs and causing us both grief. I didn't pick up on that because I thought I knew what I was doing when in fact I did not. So it's words that are unsaid are very important. And you've heard this time and time again throughout your training. You're very well trained, and I can tell you as a group, these are exceptional individuals. We know them individually. They're just very special. And you get world-class training, and it doesn't feel that way when you're in the rain, or on the range, or when it's early in the morning, and you're doing PT, and someone says to you, hey, are you feeling motivated today? And you're like, yes, sir, and they don't mean it, right? So we're like, wait a minute, did you just lie as an Army officer? And you were like, no, I'm projecting my future motivation. That's what I'm doing. I'm projecting my positive motivation. So the last thing I would share with you, and we had a chance to talk with Rob and Jordy about that with you a couple weeks ago. And the one thing that I share with my own children as well is part of this leadership business is having to do hard things when you don't want to do. That is the nature of what they have been trained to do. To do hard things when they have to be done, when it is not perfect in your schedule, when the Army needs it to get done, and people are relying on you, and then not to jump into it too dramatic of a scenario that lies on the line. We'll leave it there. Lies are on the line when you're doing hard things in hard environments at a time and place that you did not choose. And that is what they're saying. So I wanted to just stop there, say thank you very much for supporting this tremendous group of young women and men. We're super excited about the future. We're excited as you are, and I appreciate your time this morning. Thank you.
Before we begin the induction of the cadets on stage, we would like to recognize 4 senior cadets who will be completing cadet summer training over the next few months and will commission as second lieutenants in August and September. A few of them are here today. Please give a round of applause to cadets Nakina Kilgore, Rebecca Kench, Maggie Leonard, and Jack Lambros. Good luck to each of you. Will the cadets to be commissioned please stand? Our cadets are now ready to join the Army, Officer Corps, excuse me. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the reading of the commissioning order. Attention to orders. By the order of the President of the United States, to all who shall see these officer candidates before you, having successfully fulfilled the requirements prescribed for the United States Army Reserve Officer Training Corps, are, upon execution of their oath of office, appointed commissioned officers in the United States Army, effective 19 May 2022, signed the Honorable Christine Warmoth, Secretary of the Army.
Please be seated. We will now attach the cadets' rank to their uniform. Friends and family are welcome to come forward and take pictures located by the tape on the floor here. Second Lieutenant Liam Bourne, branch in the District of Columbia, National Guard, Adjutant General Corps, and was assigned to the 372nd Military Police Battalion. His gold bar will now be pinned by his brother, Aiden Bourne. Second Lieutenant Filippo Calapai, branch in the active duty military police, and his duty station will be Fort Riley. His gold bar will now be pinned by his parents, Tracy and Giuseppe Calapai. Second Lieutenant Jonathan Canny, branch in the active duty field artillery at Fort Drum, New York, with the 10th Mountain Division. His gold bar will now be pinned by his parents, Brian and Cindy Canny. Second Lieutenant Benjamin Cortez, branch in the active duty infantry, and his duty station will be determined soon. His gold bar will now be pinned by his mother and grandfather, Catherine Cortez, and Lieutenant Colonel retired Vincent Petrarca. Second Lieutenant Andrew Dawson, branch in the active duty infantry, and his duty station will be determined soon. His gold bar will now be pinned by his parents, James and Doreen Dawson. Second Lieutenant Alexis Friel, branch in the Rhode Island National Guard Military Police, and was assigned to the 169th MP Company. Her gold bar will now be pinned by her parents, Emily and Christopher Friel. Second Lieutenant Devin Green, branch of the New Jersey National Guard, Adjutant General, and was assigned to the 44th Infantry Brigade Combat Team. Her gold bar will now be pinned by her father, William Green. Second Lieutenant Elijah Hemphill, branch in the active duty infantry, and his duty station will be determined soon. His gold bar will now be pinned by his parents, Kathleen and Matt Hemphill. Second Lieutenant Sierra James, branch in the Rhode Island National Guard, Adjutant General, and was assigned to the 126th Aviation Battalion. Her gold bar will now be pinned by her mother, Senior Master Sergeant Rebecca James. Second Lieutenant Casey Litchford, branch in the active duty cyber, and his duty station will be determined soon. His gold bar will now be pinned by his brother, Austin Coronado Gomez. Second Lieutenant Max Lyons, branch in the Florida National Guard Medical Services, and was assigned to the 53rd Support Battalion. His gold bar will now be pinned by his father, Matt Lyons, and sister, Riley Lyons. Second Lieutenant Jake Malatesta, branch in the active duty armor, and his duty station will be determined soon. His gold bar will now be pinned by his parents and brother, Barbara, David, and Mike Malatesta. Second Lieutenant Brooke Marshner, branch in the Rhode Island National Guard Adjutant General, and was assigned to the 43rd Military Police Brigade. Her gold bar will now be pinned by her mother, Ingrid Marshner. Second Lieutenant Alexander Matkowski, branch in the Army Reserves Medical Service Corps, and was assigned to the 338th Medical Detachment. His gold bar will now be pinned by his mother and brother, Andrea, and Second Lieutenant Christopher Matkowski. Second Lieutenant Kieran O'Gorman, branch in the Rhode Island National Guard Aviation, and was assigned to the 126th Aviation Battalion. His gold bar will now be pinned by his mother, Sarah O'Gorman. Second Lieutenant Michael Passon, branch in the New Jersey National Guard Signal, and was assigned to the 250th Brigade Support Battalion. His gold bar will now be pinned by his parents, Eric and Christine Passon. Second Lieutenant Aiden Pearson, branch in the Rhode Island National Guard Military Police, and was assigned to the 115th Military Police. His gold bar will now be pinned by his parents, Kristen and James Pearson. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the oath of office.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Having been appointed an officer in the Army of the United States. In the grade of second lieutenant. Do solemnly swear. That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States. Against all enemies. Foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I take this obligation freely. Without any mental reservation. Or purpose of evasion. And that I will well and faithfully discharge. The duties of the office upon which I am about to enter. So help me God. Congratulations. Please be seated.
Now is the time for these new officers to conduct their first salute. By custom and tradition in the Army, the newly commissioned second lieutenant will present a silver dollar to the first NCO, who renders them a ceremonial first salute. The silver dollar commemorates the occasion and seals the critical bond of trust that exists between the NCO and Officer Corps. As we call your name, please come forward to the center stage to receive your first salute as a newly commissioned second lieutenant. If you are rendering the first salute, please come to the stage as you hear the newly commissioned second lieutenant's name called. Second Lieutenant Liam Bourne will exchange his first salute with Sergeant First Class Jonah Hudson. Second Lieutenant Filippo Calapai will exchange his first salute with Staff Sergeant Bon Sauer. Second Lieutenant Jonathan Canny will exchange his first salute with Sergeant First Class Jonah Hudson. Second Lieutenant Benjamin Cortez will exchange his first salute with Sergeant First Class Jonah Hudson. Second Lieutenant Andrew Dawson will exchange his first salute with Sergeant First Class Jonah Hudson. Second Lieutenant Alexis Friel will exchange her first salute with Sergeant First Class Jonah Hudson. Second Lieutenant Devin Green will exchange her first salute with Sergeant First Class Jonah Hudson. Second Lieutenant Elijah Hemphill will exchange his first salute with Sergeant Dennis Hemphill. Second Lieutenant Sierra James will exchange her first salute with Senior Master Sergeant Scott James. Second Lieutenant Casey Litchford will exchange his first salute with Sergeant First Class Jonah Hudson. Second Lieutenant Max Lyons will exchange his first salute with Sergeant First Class Jonah Hudson. Second Lieutenant Jake Malatesta will exchange his first salute with Sergeant First Class Jonah Hudson. Second Lieutenant Brooke Marshner will exchange her first salute with Sergeant Kurt Marshner. Second Lieutenant Alexander Matkowski will exchange his first salute with Airman First Class Peter Conti. Second Lieutenant Kieran O'Gorman will exchange his first salute with Sergeant First Class Hudson. Second Lieutenant Michael Passon will exchange his first salute with Sergeant First Class Jonah Hudson. Second Lieutenant Aiden Pearson will exchange his first salute with Sergeant First Class Jonah Hudson. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the newest second lieutenants in the United States Army. Please give them a round of applause. Now I would like to invite our newly retired Human Resource Assistant, Joanne LaChapelle, to the stage. Joanne has worked at the University of Rhode Island since 1988. After hearing about an open position with the ROTC in 1998, she applied and quickly accepted a Human Resource Administrator position and began a career with the Kramer Sabres Battalion. A lot can be said about Joanne. She has seen the likes of over 350 cadets become commissioned officers, countless cadre, and 9 professors of military science. She also attended training at Fort Knox, West Point, Reno, and many other locations. Joanne has been a prominent part of the Kramer Sabres Battalion and still makes appearances to help when needed. It can be said with certainty that these past 2 decades would not have been as successful as they were without Joanne. She has not only contributed to the Kramer Sabres Battalion itself, but to the entire Army. As some of the cadets she has helped have reached the ranks of Lieutenant Colonel and beyond. Joanne plans to continue living in the Ocean State and enjoy her retirement while also volunteering with Meals on Wheels and the Elks Club. However, she has mentioned that the biggest thing she will miss is the cadets. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise as Ms. LaChapelle receives the Meritorious Civilian Service Medal. Attention to orders. The Secretary of the Army would like to award Joanne LaChapelle for exceptional civilian service and performance while serving as a Human Resource Administrator for the University of Rhode Island ROTC program from August 1998 to November 2021. Ms. LaChapelle's commitment to excellence in care of cadets directly contributed to commissioning over 350 second lieutenants in the United States Army Officer Corps. Her contribution and professional acumen are in keeping with the highest tenets of selfless service. Ms. LaChapelle's dedication to ROTC reflects great credit upon her, 2nd Brigade, the United States Army Cadet Command, and the United States Army.
Before concluding today's ceremony, the MS4s would like to present a token of our appreciation to Lieutenant Colonel Grenai. On behalf of the Kramer Sabres Battalion, Class of 2022, we would like to express our appreciation to Lieutenant Colonel Grenai by awarding him with this tomahawk and plaque as a class gift. For his outstanding dedication and service in support of our battalion, thank you for your continued development of the nation's future leaders. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please join me in a final round of applause for the cadre who enabled this program to successfully operate on a daily basis.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and join in the singing of the Army song.
Victory!
This concludes our ceremony. Enjoy your weekend and best of luck to all of our newly commissioned second lieutenants. Thank you very much. Another year. Oh, yeah.